So I got a new windshield clamp. You'll see it later in the video. Definitely feels a lot safer than using the chin clamp on different parts of the bike, as the clamp is fucking huge. Gotta make sure that shit's tight. Toy like a toiga. I didn't expect to make a 25-minute video, but honestly, most of these rides are a lot longer. Not that much longer, but... Run a cycle gear, see if I can find any more clamps. Should have just bought the U-Bolt Insta360 clamp there for $35. It's the same price online. So I got it offset a little to the left, but I definitely really like this view. That hammerhead shark look, ugh, so nice. Initially, a lot of this footage was pretty unusable as I overexposed it. Right now I've applied a filter to most of the footage. It brings it back pretty well. I have to say, it is really nice to watch these videos when it's too cold outside to ride. It doesn't completely scratch the edge, but it gets there pretty close. I might suggest recording your rides so winter season's a little easier. going back over this footage, it definitely looks like the camera shakes a lot more, so I'll have to increase the image stabilization. Though I don't know if it'll work on this small of shaking. It's definitely a drawback of putting the camera directly connected to the motorcycle. Yeah, I had to change up the camera position. I was trying to get a video, had multiple different shots, and then I could mix them up. But I have to say, editing takes way longer than making the videos themselves. It is crazy. Well, upcoming here is the car museum to the left. I don't know if you've ever been, but it's the Olathe Car Museum. Really cool. All right, time to go change up the motorcycle. Be in my helmet, change the exposure. I was down to 1/30. So yeah, probably not great. All right, we're on a little mission to go hang up curtains for Aunt Patty. You know, old people need help. God, I think she's 82. I think. Whew. I feel like it with a lot of other things, patience with a hobby like motorcycles goes a long way. Ooh, it's so hot. Person in front of me is really taking it easy. Yes, they're turning. Ah! Ooh, big piece. Cool BRZ. Yeah, added all this extra filler content. Because why not? Who doesn't enjoy just a ride? I'm also kind of learning how to cut things down to make it more of just the interesting stuff, but I also want to have just long content that I can look back on and be like, yeah, that was a good ride. It was a beautiful day that day. You can see my feet are up here. I need some highway pegs, but I don't really want a crash bar because it's not the prettiest thing in the world, to me, personally. Maybe I can drill some holes through the floorboards and create custom brackets, get those bent and welded up. So recently, I've got the new Insta360 X3, which I'll be recording with here pretty soon. But the days aren't nice enough for it yet. Maybe I get bold today, but I've got a lot of editing to do. Even if I've edited for several days and keep just changing things up to make them fit the way I want. I still come back to it and I'm like, nah, it's not good enough to publish. Nah, it's not good enough to publish. But I gotta get past that. That way I can just knock the content out. Because if I overthink it, then nothing will get done. And that's my biggest drawback, is overthinking something and not even getting it out. Well, anyway, I also have the new carbon fiber selfie stick pole, which can mount to the motorcycles, which I haven't had any problem mounting to the GS500F. That thing's got things to mount on for days. But the Busa, it's going to require a custom bracket, which I've already made one for my smaller selfie stick, but it doesn't get out far enough. And I'll have to make one for the new one. And then the Stratoliner, there's one mounting point that I really want to use, but it spins. And yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe find a different spacer or something along those lines. So yeah, the mounting point does not spin. Yeah, I've noticed been taking turns a little too slow too in motorcycles. But, you know, I could go faster and then work my way down. Just trying to be safe. You know, there is all that salt on the road still. Here we're at Home Depot to get some drapes. Went with blackout curtains with a large rod through them. She ended up not liking these, and not even after this day that I went and fixed the blinds, that we had to take the curtains back, and we went with a standard pull down roll design. So you just pull it once and it'll flip back up. Went there, had it cut too long, went back, cut, still too long, and then just ended up with a steak knife and cut it that way. I wonder if my Aunt Patty could have her own YouTube channel. She's just the sweetest old lady. Maybe her telling you stories or reacting to modern day conflicts. You have your Rat King, but how about your old prune queen? Oh man, she never learned to drive. My mother tried so many times to get her to learn, but she's just set in her ways. Bam! Space Weasel. Alright, here's the before, after, and after dark. Where'd it go? Hey Google, play music. I hope that got you. I hope it's the music you like. Yeah, I guess the microphone that's in my back pocket is not working, so this is just direct audio from the camera. It's not great. It's horrible, in fact. I think I'll turn it down, honestly. Oh. Well, have a great day. Bye. Woo.